You may recognise this guy. You might know that Conservatives are governing our country with the Lib Dems. But do you actually know who this party is and what they're looking to achieve if re-elected? So we found this guy. He looks like a Conservative, whatever that means, sounds like a Conservative, and oh yes, he's the President of Conservative Future London. It's Luke Springthorpe. No, let's be serious, Liv. Cue powerful music.
Let's start with the basics. Who actually are the Conservatives?
Conservatives are a party of hard-working people who want to get on in life and know the government is there to support them. So we want people to keep more of their money and have more decisions in their own hands and to have a greater say over the things that affect them.
Sounds pretty straightforward.
Luke, can you discuss with us what your top 3 policies are?
Okay, so the 3 key priorities for a Conservative government after 2015 would be to cut taxes for 30 million people, to balance the budget to make sure that government isn't spending more than it earns, and to offer the people a referendum on Britain's continued membership of the European Union after 2017. 2 components of cutting taxes for us are that we want to make sure that people are paying no tax at all until they're earning over £12,500, that's up from £10,900 currently. And we also want to help the hard-working middle by raising the 40p threshold to £50,000.
I think I know what's coming next.
Okay, could you elaborate a bit more on what this 40p tax is?
Sure. So that's basically where people pay 40% of their earnings in tax, on income tax. So currently that threshold is £41,900. We want to increase that to £50,000. That's going to particularly help people living in the London and South East areas.
Let's stop there again. The deficit is the gap between money coming into the government and money going out. Of late, our government has had to spend more than they are receiving. The difference in these amounts is called the deficit.
So we want to reduce the deficit by making sure that people get value for money from their public services. That's going to be delivered primarily through cuts rather than increasing taxes to make sure that people can still retain as much of their earnings as possible. But we have ring-fenced key areas to make sure that the areas that we think are most valuable to the public are ring-fenced and protected. So 2 of those areas are education and the NHS. David Cameron wants to give people a choice in terms of Britain's terms of being a member of the European Union. So he wants to renegotiate the terms of which Britain is a member of the European Union. So one of the issues he's chose to focus on is benefits tourism. So that's where people can come over from Europe at the moment and immediately use public services and claim certain types of benefits. He wants to renegotiate that, but that's subject to a negotiation with people within the European Union.
Sounds like a lot of negotiation.
But he also wants to give people a choice, actually, to say whether they want to be a member of Europe at all. And that would be put to a referendum similar to what people in Scotland had when they were asked if they wanted to continue to be a member of the United Kingdom. People will have that choice also to say whether they want to be a member of the European Union at all in 2017.
Okay, so finally, why should people vote for you, and what do you want people to think of when they think of the Conservatives?
Well, in terms of our record in government, we've achieved levels of growth that now see the UK as one of the fastest growing economies in the G7 group of industrialised economies.
Another topic for another time.
We've seen 2 million private sector jobs created, which are helping more people to get into work, and we want to continue down that path. We want to make sure that the economy remains strong and that job creation continues and that people can get good work.
And the bit we've all been waiting for.